So 3 space.
No.
Alright everybody, welcome back to the new Aubrey Scott Productions, in which we're doing a brand new run of Jeopardy for the Nintendo 64. I'm gonna switch things around a little bit.
This is Jeopardy!
Let's do this. Easy questions only, because this is game 1.
Welcome to your favorite game of answers and questions. We know who the contestants are, so let's go to work in the first round, the Jeopardy round, which has the one daily double.
Let's do this.
Categories for you are as follows.
Our categories this game are going to be American museums, quotes, 70s films, ballet, South America, and finally, books and authors.
Make a selection.
American Museums 100. A mock-up of artist Grant Wood's house can be seen in the Davenport Museum of Art in this state. What is Iowa?
That's right.
American Museums 200.
Select again.
Or 300, I guess. The Hillwood Museum in Washington, D.C. has 2 of his Easter eggs. I'll say who's Rutherford B. Hayes.
No, that's incorrect.
Darn.
Anyone else?
See if player 2 knows this any better than I do. Oh, Malcolm Forbes. Derp.
Sorry.
Nope.
Anyone else?
Not Malcolm Forbes. Peter Carl Faberge.
Select again.
I'll take the $200 clue now. In 1994, the LA County Museum of Art exhibited this Spaniard's Weeping Women. Who was Pablo Picasso?
That's right. Select again.
American Museums for 400. The Nelson Atkins Museum of Art in Kansas City has a garden of 13 of this Brit's sculptures. I'm too sure about this one. Well, let's see if Jen knows this any better than I do. Henry Moore?
That's right.
Yep.
Make a selection.
Ballet 100. The National Ballet of this North American country celebrated its 45th anniversary in 1996. What is Canada?
Right. Make a selection.
Ballet 200. When Rudolf Nureyev staged his own version of this ballet, he played Basil the Barber, not Sancho Panza. Let's see what is Don Quixote.
That's a correct response. Select again.
Ballet for 300, please. José Limón played the Shakespearean role in his own modern ballet, The Moor's Pavane. Jen. Macbeth?
No, that's not right.
No, not Macbeth.
Anyone else?
Looking for Othello.
Pick again.
Ballet 400. Act 3, Scene 1 of this Tchaikovsky fairy tale ballet is called The Awakening. What is the Sleeping Beauty?
That's a correct response.
Ballet 500.
Select again.
Enigma Variations is set at the country home of this pomp and circumstance composer. Pomp and circumstance. I know his name is Edgar. Not Edgar Allan Poe. Not Edgar Degas. Not Edgar Rice Burroughs. Pomp and circumstance. Or Edward Elgar. Edward Elgar. He's the one.
That's right.
There we go.
Select again.
American Museum 500. Where this author's Wild Things Are is at the Rosenbach Museum and Library in Philadelphia. I think I'll try it. Who is Maurice? Not Maurice Ravel. Maurice Sendak.
That's right.
There we go.
Select again.
Okay, we're good. I'll take Books and Authors for 100. In case closed, Gerald Posner supports the magic bullet theory and the assassination of this president. Who is John F. Kennedy?
You got it.
Books and Authors for 200.
Select again.
Creatures of the Kingdom is a book of animal stories by this author of Hawaii. Not too sure about this one. It was James Missioner.
Pick again.
Books and Authors 300. The sleuth in his 1984 novel Murder in the First Lady was his mother Eleanor. We're looking for Elliot Roosevelt.
Pick again.
Books and Authors for 400. This early novel by Michael Crichton told of a town wiped out by a deadly organism. What is amoeba? Or the amoeba? No? The blob? I'll just say what is the amoeba, I don't know.
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
The Andromeda strain. The Andromeda strain.
You got it. Make a selection.
70 Stones 100. Besides directing this 1974 film, Roman Polanski played a gangster who cut Jack Nicholson's nose. What is Chinatown?
You got it.
70 Stones 200.
Make a selection.
Film in which Peter Finch yelled, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore." What is Network?
That's right.
70 films, 300.
Select again.
Marlon Brando received $3 million to play Jor-El on this 1978 film. What is Superman?
That's right.
70 films, 400.
Select again.
David Carradine starred in Bound for Glory, a 1976 biography of this folk singer. Who's Woody Guthrie?
That's right.
70 films for 500,
Select
please.
again.
Murder on This Train, a Hercule Poirot mystery, took place during a journey from Istanbul to Paris. What is the Orient Express?
Right. Select again.
And I'll close up books and authors. Originally published in 1989, A Time to Kill was this author's first novel. Who's John Grisham?
Right.
3,400.
Select again.
We have 2 categories left. Do I want South America or quotes? Quotes for 100. In 1973, Senator George Aiken said, either impeach him or get off his back. Who's Richard Nixon?
That's right.
Quotes 200.
Select again.
3,500 is what I have now. According to Fred Allen, it's a place where people from Iowa mistake each other for movie stars. I don't know this one. Mahdi. What is Los Angeles?
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
What is Hollywood?
That's right.
Quotes 300.
Select again. Answer.
Daily double. I'll try 1,300 on this clue. In a 1940 speech on Dunkirk, he told the House of Commons, "We shall never surrender." Who's Winston Churchill?
Right.
Quotes for 400. It was Anthony McAuliffe's one-word published reply when asked by the Germans to surrender at Bastogne. I think I know, but I want to hold on to my $5,000. It is nuts.
Pick again.
Close with the category. Francis Bacon wrote of the wisdom of these animals that shed tears when they would devour. Mahdi. What are crocodiles?
That's right.
Yep.
Make a selection.
South America, 100. It's bordered by every South American country except Chile and Ecuador. What is Brazil?
That's right.
South America, 200.
Make a selection.
15,444 square mile Materho Island in the delta of this river was formed by sedimentary deposits. What is the Amazon?
That's right.
300.
Select again.
South America's westernmost point is Punta Paredes in this country. Punta Paredes. What is Peru?
Right.
400.
Select again.
The name of this windswept region of Argentina is from a Spanish word for big feet. What is the Pampas?
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
No. Patagonia.
Pick again.
Now the last clue. Almost half of the population of this smallest South American country lives in its capital, Paramaribo. What is Suriname?
Right. All right, it's time now for the Double Jeopardy round. Remember, we have 2 daily doubles in this round to play.
Here we go.
Categories for you are as
In
follows.
this round, we're going to deal with Beatles songs, Russian history, nursery rhymes, ecology, middle names, and finally, embarrassment of riches.
Make a selection.
Middle name's 200. This middle name of actor Michael Douglas should remind you of his father. What is Kirk?
That's right.
Middle name's 400.
Make a selection.
Since he stopped using the initial J for James, Senator Thurman has gone by this middle name. What is Strom?
That's right.
Middle name 600.
Select again.
It was the middle name of American sculptor Daniel French. And his middle name was Chester.
Select again.
Middle name's 800. John F. Kennedy's middle name was Fitzgerald, and Robert F. Kennedy's was this. What is Fulton?
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
What is Francis?
That's a correct response. Make a selection.
Nursery rhymes 200. Color of the wool held for the little boy who lives down the lane. What is blue?
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
It's black.
Make a selection.
Embarrassment of riches 200. Last of the big city bosses is a nickname of this longtime Chicago mayor. Who's Richard Daley?
That's right.
Embarrassment of riches for
Make
400.
a selection.
This aviator and explorer described his 5 months by himself near the South Pole in his book Alone. Who is Richard Byrd?
You got it.
Embarrassment of riches for 6.
Select again.
He married 28-year-old Pat Ryan in 1940. Who's Richard Nixon?
Right.
Embarrassment of riches 800.
Select again.
His 1972 discoveries in Kenya supported the view that genus Homo coexisted with Australopithecus. Australopithecus. Who's Richard Leakey?
Right. Select
Embarrassment
again.
of riches for 1,000.
Answer there. One of the 2 daily doubles.
I'll try 2,700. This American photographer worked for Harper's Bazaar from 1945 to 1965 and on staff for Vogue from 1966 to 1970. Who's Richard Avedon?
That's right.
Alright!
Select again.
Middle name's Thousand. This playwright and novelist had the middle names Fingal O'Flaherty Wills. Well, let's see if Jen knows this. Oh yeah, Oscar Wilde, that was my guess.
You got it. Make a selection.
Russian History 200. Russia's first permanent settlement in this territory was founded in 1784 on Kodiak Island. What is Siberia?
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
It's Alaska. Oh, right.
Make a selection.
Beatles Songs 200. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's this in any way. What is help?
You got it.
Back to 10,000.
Make a selection.
Beatles Songs 400. Let me take you down, because I'm going to this place where nothing is real. What is Strawberry Fields?
You got it.
Beatles Song 600.
Select again.
Let's try for 1600. Well, she was just this age, you know what I mean, and the way she looked was way beyond compare. What is 16?
No, that's not right.
Or is it 17? Yeah,
Pick again.
my first guess was right. Beatles Songs 800. She picks up the rice at the church where our wedding has been. Who is Rita Metermaid?
No, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
Eleanor Rigby.
Pick again.
Beatles Songs 1000. Somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there lived a young boy named this. We're looking for Rocky Raccoon.
Select again.
Nursery Rhymes 400. The animal musician in Hey Diddle Diddle. Ugh. Who's the cat?
You got it.
Nursery Rhymes for 600.
Select again.
Dapple Gray is this type of animal. What is a donkey? No? Or maybe it's a horse.
Right.
Okay, good.
Select again.
Nursery Rhymes 800. Its second verse begins, every fiddler had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Who is Old King Cole?
That's a correct
Nursery
response.
Rhymes 1000.
Select again.
Jack Lemmon comedy title included in the Please Porridge rhyme. What is Some Like It Hot?
That's a correct response. Select again.
Russian History 400. In 1698, wishing to modernize Russia, this czar instituted a beard tax. Who was Ivan the Terrible?
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
Not Ivan the Terrible. Mahdi. Peter the Great?
That's a correct response. Make a selection.
Russian history 600. In 1954, this peninsula in the Black Sea was transferred from Russia to Ukraine. And it's Crimea.
Make a selection.
Russian history 800. Ivan the Terrible venerated this saint for whom a red square cathedral is named. Let's say who is Saint Basil.
Right.
Russian history
Make
1000.
a selection.
Fyodor II, Tsar from April to June of 1605, was the son of this man, hero of a Mussorgsky opera. Oh, excuse me. Mahdi. Who's Boris Godunov?
That's right. Make a
One
selection.
category left, which is ecology. To tell the difference between aluminum and steel cans, use one of these. It'll stick only to the steel can. What is a magnet?
That's right.
Ecology 400.
Make a selection.
Parents using these for 30 months will find disposable ones cost them $1,500 and cloth ones $300. What are diapers?
You got it.
600.
Select again.
Glidden makes a type of this substance that doesn't emit VOX, volatile organic compounds. What is carbon?
No, that's not right. Anyone else?
Darn. Paint.
Select again.
800. Cullet is the used and broken pieces of this recycled by melting it down with new material. We're looking for glass.
Pick again.
Last clue. The green consumer says the two most recycled types of this product are labeled peat and HDPE. It's plastic.
All right, players, start thinking about your wagers for Final Jeopardy based on what you know about this category.
Hope we get a good one. Politicians. I'm going to wager nothing.
And your Final Jeopardy answer is...
In 1974, George Ariyoshi was elected this state's first Japanese-American governor. What is Hawaii?
Let's see if our contestants are successful. What did you put down as your response? No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Tis not California.
You got it.
It is Hawaii.
You got it.
So my one game winnings total is $12,000. That is a great score to start a first game with.
Thank you for playing Jeopardy. Let's do it again real soon. Thanks, players. Good game. Come on, everybody.
$12,000 in one game.
Let's do it again real soon.